All right, we are here with Sean from Litmus Green. We're at a show, but it's so fucking loud right now because they're playing outside, so we decided to do the interview inside. Sean from Litmus Green, I met him a long time ago in the 80s at an anti-McDonald's protest.
Yeah.
I think I was in high school back then, but this is long time ago. So, Sean, tell us about Media Children, because Media Children, I was in it a little bit, but when I left, it got fucking amazing with you on vocals. You guys were doing so many shows. What the fuck happened? You guys were also getting crowd, the whole new crowd following. You guys were getting big. What happened?
I don't know. There was a really big scene for the anarchist peace punk music, and female vocals were not very. They were not that they weren't popular. They weren't everywhere. There was just very few people who had female vocals, so that was big for Tammy. I think too, a lot of the politics that we were addressing, like gay rights and female rights and anti-war, were very popular at the time, and we weren't just feeding to that, but we were all believing it at the time, and the politics were just really growing.
You know what blew me away when I was watching you guys in Total Chaos at a backyard party? Tammy was talking about the gay rights and stuff, lesbian gay rights. Somebody threw a full can that flew and hit your guitars on the face, and it was bleeding.
Oh, dang.
Do you remember that?
No.
It was like back then people were not used to that stuff, and you guys were speaking out against homophobia at shows, and amazing. But why did you guys break up? There was like a lot of cool songs that was not recorded that people do not know.
Oh, I know.
And it would have been so amazing if you guys took those songs in the studio. Why did you guys break up?
We just kind of started growing apart. We were growing into different factions. Tammy and Sean were going out, and they were just kind of not into the partying that the other three of us were into, just drinking and having a lot of fun. We like the politics, but we also like the hanging out atmosphere. And those guys were very into the politics, but when people just started getting too drunk, they weren't into that. They didn't want to be around that. And we understood that. We kind of had a meeting and decided, they wanted to go one way. And Rick and I were at the meeting and then told Ed later what was going on, that they wanted to go and do something different. And so we just kind of got our friend Matt that was hanging out at the time to join, and he was the bass. And so then we just kind of took off with that and let them do their own thing. And that's when the other bands were started too.
Check out All in the Name of Ignorance on 7-inch by Media Children. And another thing that blew my mind is, oh my gosh, so many people don't know this. Let's talk about Black Bloc. You went to Europe and you started coming to protest dressed in all black. And at first I was tripping out, what the fuck is he dressed like an ALF at a protest? Not many people know that. You brought Black Bloc down here and stuff. What year was that? Do you remember? Oh,
that was like the first war with the Persian Gulf and Operation Desert Storm and Desert Shield with the first Bush. It was a while back.
Wasn't that the Shell gas station, the anti-Shell protest?
Well, we did it to everything because it was just another way of protesting.
It's so long time ago.
Yeah, and it's all part of the image that the Black Bloc had, and it gives you anonymity so that you can act up if you want to without everybody just targeting you. We knew that when the police would come, they'd take the guy with the mohawk, the guy with the tattoos, the guy with the spiky jacket, but if everybody's in black, has their face covered up, they don't know. The one in black, they're all in black.
Just letting the interviewer know, like even me, we resigned from Black Bloc many years ago. That tactic, we don't do that. We haven't done that for linear. Just letting you know. That was a long time ago. Many years ago.
Seriously, like the last big time I was Black Bloc, it was like the DNC 2020 and that.
Yes.
2000. So that's 24 fucking years ago that I was all out there getting sprayed with pepper spray and having the mask on. But we did police protests after that quite a bit, and then stopped going, just kind of aged out. I don't know.
Just to interview, everyone has different tactic of Black Bloc. My affinity from many years ago was if police arrest somebody for no reason, we'll just pull them back in. But now it's completely different. Everyone has different tactics. I don't put anyone down. Some people are into destroying stuff. Some people are not. Some people believe in direct action. Some people are just community organizers and stuff. I'm not gonna go into details. Just letting people know. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
But that was amazing that you brought it here and down here and stuff, and
yeah,
everyone continued, but they saw you and got bigger and bigger and bigger,
and it was kind of just another way to shock it to the system of just the liberals and the hippies that were there, and they wanted peace and love, and there was a war going on, and we're like, let's fucking act up and tell them we're pissed.
Yeah, but now it's different. It's been different after the WTO, like police infiltrate and all kinds of people infiltrated in Long Beach many years ago. They infiltrated. But it's completely different to us. But that's that. And now let's talk about Litmus Green. Why is that you guys never ever tour?
Well, we finally did, but for a long
you guys
time
did?
we couldn't get out. Yeah, we went on a little tour from we went to Vegas, and then we went up to Utah and out to Nevada. And well, we were in Nevada, but we went out to Colorado, and we did like 4 different cities. Had a great time. Met a lot of nice people. I don't know why we didn't do it earlier. A lot of it was the drummer was busy trying to make a living and support his wife, so we couldn't get on tour a lot.
So what releases do you guys have now from all this time?
Well, we have one that we came up with a few years ago. It's called Human Doings. And or no, More Than Animals, and the feature song is Human Doings. That's what we played tonight.
Also, I remember in the 90s, you guys would play at Troubadour Showcase Theater.
Yeah.
And you guys used to sell all those places out.
Yeah.
So now when you play, do you trip out? Because all the kids who used to come to your show, they grew up
and they grew out of it. Yeah, they're over it.
Or they come with their kids and stuff.
Yeah. No, it's a trip because we tried to revamp it, and some people came out at the first couple of reunion shows from the Woodworks, but then they were done. They went back. And then lately we've been doing more all ages shows, and that's where the kids still come with the spiky hair and the dyed mohawks and the jackets with patches. It's like the old days, and I love it. And they're just as smart with politics, and they're just as dumb with drinking and carrying on, but the kids really eat it up, and we really love playing for the younger crowd. Because
your live performance, what's your inspiration? Is it Jello Biafra, or is it the Dickies, or because you bring out like fake swords and stuff like that? What's inspiration?
Well, I'm very influenced from Jello Biafra, but also there's Rodney Anonymous from the Dead Milkmen. He paces and he just goes back and forth the whole set. He says funny stuff, and that's where I like combining the humor with the politics. The toys was just, we were already doing costumes because our style as Peace Punks was dressing up as Jesus and dressing up as a tortured animal.
He really came out like the Jesus Christ. I'm not kidding you. There were media children today.
And you would have ladies out on the stage representing being abused.
And Jeff, even guy Jeff, my friend Jeff, Jeff will be completely nude with fake blood and stuff. That was long time ago.
But that was
theater. It's called theater.
The theater. That's what I loved about it.
That was autonomy.
Yeah, no, that was just excellent. That was what I've always loved.
So you're doing with the costumes now.
Yeah, and so I tried to do it with the costumes, and then a buddy just was like, "Hey, take this bone." I'm like, all right, and then it was nice, and I could use it, and it represented different ideas in the songs.
So the old Media Children was like kind of like dirt, anarcho peace punk. Now Litmus Green, music wise, how would you describe it? It's so different.
It's I like rudimentary peanut, just that lightning fast lyrics. Yeah, but it's fast for sure. We do a lot of fast. A lot of songs just get faster as we're playing them, and we want to make sure they're good and tight and have a lot of energy. And but yeah, we're just influenced by all of the old Discharge and Crass, Conflict, Dead Milkmen, Dead Kennedys, Subhumans, just that British hardcore, and then we throw in some American hardcore too, just to make it round it out.
I was at a studio a long time ago, and this guy was telling me, this is a long time ago, I was recording Litmus Green, man. his hand was on the wall. He was singing so fucking fast, like he was gonna pass out.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
That was Data. It went 3 times and it went.
It was so fast.
Yeah, I got 2 and I was, no, can't do it. I was like,
I know you say you're inspired by Cross and Conflict, but I can't compare to Cross and Conflict. It was like on speed.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no.
It was like nonstop, going 100 miles an hour.
Oh, like one of my first albums was Dead Kennedys at
really fast.
Bedtime for Democracy. No, In God We Trust Incorporated. And all those songs were all, I like your song. And I was like, oh, if as long as it's as fast as that, it's all right.
Which album is that the fastest Litmus Green song?
Oh, the fastest is probably our second one. The first one were some of the songs were just repetitious and fast, but then the second one was just everything was fast and short and powerful and out.
And what is Litmus Green sing about for people who don't know about lyrics?
Oh, we sing about religion and animal rights and politics, whether it's against the president, whatever president is in charge, we're pretty much against that, just because we're anarchists at heart. And then a lot of freedom of thought, funny things like the 99-cent store and things that come up in the world.
Yeah, but that's cool. You put comedy in it too.
Yeah.
And all that.
And it's also usually a social commentary of some kind, even if it's just a silly song.
How did you get Larry to play? Because Larry, he played on the Resistance Exists first demo tape, second demo tape, and he was in Autonomy. He played on the Autonomy 7-inch, Faction of Mercy, and played few shows with Autonomy. How did you get Larry in the band?
We had the guitar player Ed, and he was secretly like kind of done playing and wanted to move on and move out of state to do his job. And he got Larry to be the second guitar player, so we had a fuller sound. But then slowly taught him all the songs so that Ed could bow out, and then Larry was there. Ed and Larry were just really close friends. They still are. They're really tight.
What is your favorite show from Litmus Green?
Litmus Green shows. There was one we played with TSOL at the Palace.
Oh,
it was just really cool. A lot of people showed up. There's maybe a couple thousand. It was just so huge and packed. A lot of friends that I knew at the time showed up to get on the guest list, and that was all cool. So we were juggling people around to get them in. It was just a big reunion of people behind the scenes. It was really fun. The show still pops up when I try to Google my band's name. It'll be that TSOL show and how cool it was.
You were in that documentary by Penelope called Decline of Western. What's it called? Decline of Western
Civilization Part 3.
Did that make Litmus Green big after that film, or was it? Were you
a little bit? We were already just kind of climbing. That's why we kind of made it into that movie. And then now, years later, the kids that do know us, there's like, oh, I saw you in that movie Decline, and they know us from that. So it helps us now when we're trying to kind of do a tour and play to the young kids.
Many years ago in the 80s, I think it was in the 80s, you had something that says Anarchists Unite or something like that. I don't know what the fuck you had, but it was something about anarchism. Everyone has different anarchists. You have the peace punk anarchists, you have like activism anarchists, whatever. To you, what does anarchism mean to you?
It's that freedom from government and constraints. Freedom to think and be how you want to be, which we've always wanted. I think it does mean a lack of cops to regulate things, so we got to make sure we protect each other to make it work, and probably on a smaller community scale so that we can all watch each other's back. But it's just ultimately just freedom, just away from stuff. So if I want to be gay, I can be gay. If I want to do drugs, I can do drugs. If I want to be a religious freak following some weird thing, I can do that. But we're all free to do what we want to do, but without being imposed on each other.
Okay. Because the reason I'm asking, I go to all these anarchist events. It's like so different now. I can't even keep up with it. What? I go, what the hell? And I read. I always learn stuff. I go, whoa. Wow, this is too much for me. It's like so much reading materials now.
It's great.
It just like my brain will go like, I go, holy shit, what is this? What is this? Like, and we're talking about different anarchist book fair, like up north in California, like this book fair and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's very movements very different. So
I'm sure.
now the punk scene. Tell me the difference. What's your opinion about it now compared to the old days?
A lot of the people that were following us before are aged out, but I think it's still going on. It's really heavy duty, and I hear about shows all the time that in hindsight, like, I didn't know they had bands playing over there. I didn't know that there was spam was going on. And then we get booked in different venues that I never knew were there before. So I think it's still going on pretty strong. The anarchist and the peace punk and that feminist movement, I haven't seen it in heavy duty around, but they don't always book us to be in those shows. So that's my crowd that I love. Like tonight, it was really called out to those people. A lot more people wearing cloth jackets instead of leather, the whole bit. It still means a lot to me.
They played today with Dove and Icons of Filth. The show is still going on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I like shows now compared to the old days. I noticed the sound system is so much fucking better.
Oh, for sure.
Better.
Oh, yeah.
And then if I miss the show, I could go on YouTube and just
Yeah. And I can.
Yes.
I wonder how I was, and I can watch it. I wasn't so hot. Oh, that's a good set. I did that one. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Oh,
Sean.
for sure. It's so
Wishing
good
you
to
all
see
the best for Litmus Green, and also hello to Larry from Litmus Green as well.
Hey, Larry.
All right, take care.
Like.
We're gonna go back to the show now to see Icons of Filth.